Hello everybody, this is Crazy Crypto Gary out for another walk in beautiful Minnesota, and I thought I would do a quick update on my bold prediction of Bitcoin hitting 100,000 before the end of 2024. Checked the market before I come out this morning, and of course we're at 57.7, which is considerably down from our all-time high in March, but that's not atypical. That's a typical retracement with Bitcoin after an all-time high, so that's nothing new. It's the main reason I recommend being patient, not getting carried away, and not investing more than you can afford to leave in the market for a while. But I thought I'd add a little credibility to my projection. So what I did, I went to ChatGPT and asked ChatGPT, is there a chance for Bitcoin to hit $100,000 before the end of 2024? And it gave me some reasons why that could be possible. So let's just check out what ChatGPT had to say. How about that? So first of all, what does ChatGPT have to say about the opportunity for Bitcoin to get to 100,000 before the end of the year? Number one, it talks about increased institutional adoption. And to elaborate on that a little bit, is talking about companies and banks holding either Bitcoin or Bitcoin ETFs on their balance sheet. Probably the most recognizable company is a company called MicroStrategy, which is the CEO's Michael Saylor, and I would Google them if you want to know more about them, but they've been holding Bitcoin on the balance sheets. And the thing ChatGPT talked about was regulatory clarity. And that is very interesting because there's not been a lot of regulatory clarity, and our SEC and Gary Gensler has been sending out Wells notices and actions against many companies. So the next thing ChatGPT said was market cycles, and if you're not heavily into cryptocurrencies or Bitcoin, you probably might not know about the 4-year halving that comes around every 4 years. Well, that just recently happened here last April, the last halving, and it reduced the per block rewards for miners from like 6.25 to 3.1 or something like that. That drops the average per daily Bitcoin generation rate from like 900 to 400. So this reduces the supply, and it's typically in the past there's been increased price action. So the next thing ChatGPT talked about was global economic factors. Talked about things like economic inflation, which we're definitely having around the world. I think we can all feel that. Currency devaluation, more our government prints money, our currency continues to be worth less and less. Number 5, ChatGPT talked about advancements in blockchain technology and improved Bitcoin scalability and speed and user friendliness. I've been into Bitcoin for quite some time, and actually most of the apps are pretty difficult. If you're just entering the marketplace at this point in time, I don't like third-party exposure, but the ETFs are much easier to buy on the market than to buy Bitcoin and store it on a hardware device. So that's definitely an issue. Number 6, which is a very interesting one, growing acceptance as a digital gold. And actually, I think Bitcoin is about 1.4 trillion market cap right now, roughly, changing all the time, of course, with the price. And I believe it just passed silver, which is about 1.3 trillion. Now gold is somewhere in the $14 trillion market cap range. May take a while for Bitcoin to increase the market cap, but after this 4-year cycle, if there's a price spike, it might get closer. Number 7, and the last one, was increased retail participation, wider acceptance of Bitcoin in day-to-day life. Right now, Bitcoin's pretty much a store of value, not a means of exchange. That could possibly change if things like the Lightning Network, and if you haven't heard about that, just Google it and watch another YouTube segment about the Lightning Network. But global economic factors, instability in the world, and we do have a bit of that. So financial institutions and governments may just cause us to look at Bitcoin as a store of value and a way to protect our buying power and protect our wealth. Oh, and lastly, please, if you watch this, like, possibly subscribe, give me a comment. I can use it. And if you know anybody that is interested in what I'm talking about and doing their research above and beyond me, share. Thank you. Appreciate your time.